All right, guys, welcome to the show. The Star, Ashton. Say hi to everybody. Okay, Ashton brought Cotton Candy Dan, his favorite Halloween prop. We'll go ahead and give everybody a little sample of Cotton Candy Dan. Right there, Ash. Tell everybody look right there. Pretty cool. All right, guys. This episode, we're gonna let you know who's running for the 2024 election locally. We'll break it down a little bit more next week. But as of right now, we're gonna start with our mayor, Mr. Robertson. Oh, that's awesome. Mr. Robertson is the incumbent, and he's running against Luis Franco and Irma Nunez. I don't know who Miss Nunez is. I know Mr. Franco. City council race. We got two races going on. We got Mrs. Blanca Navarro versus Jim Avalos. And then on the other race, District 1, we got Jovita Camacho versus Santiago Osiguera. So we'll break those down next week a little bit more. But that's who's running. Miss Camacho versus Osiguera, and Navarro versus Avalos. Going over to Selma Unified, District 1, we got Mrs. Alanis, the incumbent, versus Stella Pardon Duarte. Mrs. Alanis, we're going to go in detail next week, but she's done a fantastic job and kept her word on everything. District 2, you got Mrs. Torres versus Mr. Nick Sahota. That's an ugly one. Now going over to the healthcare district, you got Mrs. Lorraine Avalos versus Elia Marcela Bonilla. I don't know Mrs. Bonilla, but she's taking on Mrs. Avalos. And Mr. Matthew Rodriguez in District 4. He's going to be able to walk in. He signed up. Mr. Daniel Seremian, who was the incumbent, did not put his name in. I will say that I think Mr. Seremian had done a really good job, especially the last couple of years on that board. So those are the races. We will break them down next week, a little bit more what we know of the people we do know, some of their voting records, and also if I was in those voting areas, who would I vote for? And I'll give you a little bit of the background on all my experience with the stuff. Anyway, I do pay attention. So Ashton, can you say bye to everybody? Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be ready for next week. Thanks.